Disruptors in 2025 for real estate. I have a list here for you. Thank you for tuning in. We've got a little bit of weather here and it's not letting me focus. Here we go. Those of you in your real estate investing world, we have had a few challenging years, inflation, interest rates, economic uncertainty. This all made investors pull back. I've had people saying, well, I'm going to wait till the market fill in the blank and then I'll invest. So there was a lot of that going on, a lot of uncertainty, but capital is moving again and the real estate market is shifting tremendously. So I need you guys to put your seatbelts on because there's so much happening in the real estate world. We all know that inflation and affordability has hit an all-time high and, you know, it's pretty much here to stay. There's not much we can do about it. What we can do is work around it, right? So I've been investing since the year 2000 and I've seen many ups, downs, things go sideways, ups, down, 2008 crash, all of that. And what I do know is you invest according to today. And so I'm here to help you with today's situation. Even though inflation isn't going anywhere and high costs are here to stay, here is how you invest. Okay. You do it anyways, according to today. Asset prices are adjusting. Okay. But home affordability is at the worst in decades. The wage growth is only at 2.3%. And it's not enough to keep up with inflation. And most people are forced to go into renting, which is why I'm talking to you guys about this today, because we're being forced into a renter's nation. We've been talking about this for the last 6 to 8 months. I've got all of my students on a heightened awareness. This is why they're in the masterminds, so they get the inside scoop, so that they can act quickly because the market is shifting. And if you do not have your real estate now, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out. So if you've been on the sidelines, let's listen up. Okay. Interest rates, lending is tightening up a little bit. Most interest rates have gone down. Well, they've gone down slightly, right? But the 10-year treasury has gone up. So I want you guys, if you walk away with nothing, listen to this. Listen to this. Interest rates are high. Okay. But the 10-year treasury is up. This is the same pattern that happened in 2008. All right. So I need you guys to pay attention to what the market is doing. And that's why I'm doing this training for you, which I have another training that I can go into depth, but just briefly in our weekly connection call here today, where you can ask questions and learn, type in the comments. Hey, Marjorie, how you doing? Yes, it is quickly shifting. So type in the comments, let me know you're here. Let me know your questions that you have. Because the interest rates, they're probably just where they're going to be for some time. So how do you work around it? Do you stop going down to only allowing 60% LTV in some cases? Not all. So, there's all kinds of things out there. So just hang tight with it. Construction has stalled. All right. So we live in a supply and demand. And any supply, then the demand creates high. And if there's plenty of supply, then the demand is low. So supply and demand. But what is going on right now? So the last couple of years was a whole bunch that happened in the construction world. And then the lending has tightened up and contractors can't get the lending they need to move forward on their build. So that's going to cause a housing shortage in the next couple of years. So here's where this is great for y'all. Please listen up again. I just want to make sure I'm hitting home with y'all. Hey, Yvonne, nice to see you. Hi, Gwendolyn. Is because if you're not acquiring real estate now, no matter how you get there. So I train on wholesale, fix and flip, buy and hold, and money lending. Those are the only 4 exit strategies you get to choose from to be inside of real estate. Everything else is a derivative of those 4. So making it super simple for you to understand, to acquire real estate, either you bang out a couple of wholesales or flips so that you can get the cash to buy and hold. That's one way. Another way is to do creative real estate investing, right? So I teach a lot of that, going seller financing, subject to all of the different nuances. Even in the multifamily world, now we just closed on a 61 unit, okay? We just closed on a 61 unit. What is happening is in the multifamily world, the large multifamily world, we're buying all cash, right? So when the course creates a correction in the market, we can refinance out of it and or sell it. That truly is the exit strategies for holding any kind of property. What is the timeline for your property? Are you holding it for a year, 5 years, 10 years? What does it look like? What does the cash flow look like? So we get into all those nuances in the training that I'm going to give y'all access to. But right now, I need you to know we're in a renter's nation, and it's only going to be for the next couple of years, because as the supply tightens, rents are going to go up even more. I know. Even though, they can't afford to buy a single family home, they're forced to rent. So you need to be a landlord to collect these people that need rents. Now we're soft right now with rents, but in the next couple of years, it's going to skyrocket. So this is why I want you guys to pay attention, right? Is because if you're not holding, you're going to miss out. If you're waiting for the market to shift, some magical thing to happen, you're missing out on real estate, because now is when real estate is happening. Okay. A lot of investors are making huge mistakes right now. They're sitting on the sidelines and waiting for that perfect moment. But the best deals are happening right now. So hesitating is going to cost you. It's going to cost you in the long run. Okay. So what smart investors are doing right now is they're targeting motivated sellers. They're not necessarily leaning on realtors. And by the way, you realtors, I got a whole nother training on how realtors are going away. Y'all know what travel agents are, right? Some of you are my age and older. A lot of you are. And I know that you know what a travel agent was. Keyword was, right? You used to not be able to travel without a travel agent. And so I want you to put realtor agent in front of that, right? Same thing. Same thing's happening. A lot of it's happening online. A lot of it is being eliminated. I'm not talking about tomorrow, okay? But a lot of it is shifting now, and it will be obsolete just like a travel agent is. So you'll be buying and selling real estate directly to seller anyway. So please learn it now. Learn it now. I encourage my students to go directly to sellers and to not use realtors, only because they're having to, as a newbie, it's hard to train somebody else in what you're trying to accomplish, right? Not that realtors aren't great. I use realtors all the time in other aspects, but when you're brand new starting out, you need to have those conversations with the sellers, get their pain points, understand where they're at, and then take it back to your mentor, the group, whatever it is. Ask the questions in the group so you can go, how do I position this? Here's the story, here's the stats, how do I position this, and then make the offer accordingly. So I say that because there's so many realtors out there that won't do creative real estate investing, and that's the market that we're in. So if you can educate them, go ahead, leverage, use them. If you can't, please go directly to seller. That's how you choose, okay? What to avoid in 2025? Waiting for interest rates to drop. Who's waiting for interest rates to drop? I hope not anyone, because you'll be waiting for a very long time. Now, they did squish down just a little bit, and I know Trump is very adamant about what he can do to squash them and bring it down, but there's only so much he could do. There's other parties involved that keep any of that happening, and our economic turn will make a huge difference if that fluctuates. It's a domino effect is what I'm trying to say. So he has to do it gingerly. Okay. And then overpaying for properties without cash flow. So I'm seeing a lot of this as well. Especially during COVID, a lot of people bought property. They're like, oh my God, we're going to buy. And they did the short-term rental thing. And now they're like bleeding out money because they didn't have somebody in their corner by their side, a mentor, somebody to tell them that you only buy on long-term numbers. Everything else is just gravy, right? If you want to go short-term it, that's great. You could do all those things, but it should always cash flow long-term, okay? And then no matter what happens, you could pivot. No matter what happens with the market, you can pivot. So I had a short-term rental and I pivoted it to long-term. So funny this, I started out with it as long-term. I pivoted during COVID, did short-term, and then I pivoted back to long-term. So you need to be able to do that. All right. And if you can't, you're not really buying correctly. So there is a winning strategy for 2025. Okay. What to leverage, what to focus on. Focusing on off-market deals. Like I said, going directly to seller is key. Distressed sellers that need something now. If you ask them, hey, what happens if you don't sell? And they go, oh, nothing, I think I'll just stay here. That's not motivation. Okay, so understand the motivated seller portion, and we go over that in our training. If you need that, please let me know. Creative financing is where it's at right now, and we've been training on that for years, helping you to get the deal creatively without the bank. We teach ditch the bank methods. So that's what I'm talking about, is learn how to ditch the bank. The bank is not your friend. The bank has a box that's this big that you need to fit in. Okay, I'm not talking about mortgage brokers. I'm not talking about hard money lenders. I'm not talking about all the rest. I'm talking about banks where you need a 720 credit score and they have 3 or 4 products that you fit into, and that's it. And most people don't think that they can get a home because of that little box. So the banks are not here to be your friend. They're here to use your money. So let's put all your money in the bank, and then they get to go put it in an investment property and earn money. Okay? So if you don't understand that, please educate yourself on that. Ask me questions about it. We train on it. Becky and I just did a training on it so that you guys can understand what to do with your money. All right? Creative real estate investing is how you're going to acquire this next couple of years. Banks are restricting lending, but private money lending is looking for a home. Private money lenders are looking for a home. Do you guys get that? Okay. So buy for cash flow. Okay. And then hold for long term. Use long-term fundamentals. All right. So if you guys want to get a customized plan, let me know in the comments. Put a little fire emoji if this was valuable for you. Okay. Marjorie says, what about the ones that refinance out the money from their paid properties, trying to sell at top dollar? So that's not a motivated seller. Okay. So what I'm saying is, if they're taking the money, if they need the money to go someplace else, they're not going to do seller carry. Okay. They're not motivated enough to do something. They're like, okay, well, I think I'm going to take this money and I'm going to grow it into an apartment. I'm selling 2 of my single family properties because I'm putting it into multifamily right now. So if anyone wants 2 single family properties in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, just let me know. All right. They are turnkey. They are not value add, just so that you know. They are at market price. So put a fire in the emoji if you found this valuable. Let me know. And then also what you can do, please type in your questions if you have them, put them here. And we could also have a conversation. So I invite you into a call where you can understand how this could work for you and make 2025 rock and roll. Because if you're not doing real estate this year, you are missing out considerably. All right. I have my students in a heightened awareness right now. They're in acquisition mode. We have one that just got a 6-figure flip under contract, and another property for a flip. They got 3 of them. Donna's got 3 of them. And then Trisha just got one for 3-plex. And then Susie just put out offers, her LOIs. Celine put out her I mean, we are on a heightened awareness. We have deal flow like nobody's business. We do deal review so that they can see how to structure the offer. I'm not even telling you half the students that are in contract getting deals done right now. So we're moving and shaking, closing on deals and making money and building our empire. That is That's everybody's goal, right? Building the empire. I hope this has been helpful. It's been great to see you guys. Gwendolyn says, fire, fire, fire. I love it. All right, cool. So you guys have a beautiful rest of the day. And then let me know your questions in the comments. And I look forward to our next training. Bye.